When I usually go away, whether it's for press for the show or, the trips that I've been doing most recently, I always try and make an effort to leave the hotel and go and visit the locals or go to a local restaurant or do an activity that, is really common amongst the people who live there. I wanted to take the smaller roads and really kind of go in town and see where the locals lived. And the shopkeeper had these two beautiful girls, and they were there just playing and helping us pick out our hats, and their faces and smiles were just beaming.
Who's that? Look! Who's that? Who's that? Ah! I see you!
Be good energy first and foremost. And that's, probably the biggest tip that I have for anybody else, aside from never giving up and going for what you want in life, having an amazing support team around you. Best day of my life so far.
Yeah, you always say that.
I do.
Why do you always say that?
Because it's another day. It's another day where I have more adventures, more memories, more experiences. Today is always the best day, but tomorrow might be even better. We were walking around and then realized we were sort of lost. We ended up going through this one little alley, and it was a temple at the end of it, and we walked in, and there were these two little girls that just ran out to us and were yelling, "Hi, hi," and it was the cutest thing because they were helping their mom clean up and sweep around the area, and it was a lovely, beautiful moment that we might not have come across had we stayed on the road that we were walking down. So yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I was also thinking about how, sometimes when you end a relationship with somebody, then you're completely confused because you don't have that person to kind of lean on and talk to all the time, and you sort of lose sense of who you really are. And if you don't know the direction that you're heading or what it is that you want to do, then you need to just wander off by yourself for a little bit to figure it all out.
It was actually Sunny's birthday today.
You're taking me video?
Yeah, for the YouTube channel.
Oh my! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday.
She is the biggest sweetheart because although she could have had a day off, she decided to stay with us and hang out. So of course we had to have a birthday celebration for her.
Thank you so much!
Go, make a wish.
Cheesecake! Penny, thank you for making our stay here the best.
So good! I want to cry!
So her main priority was to feed each and every one of us before she even took a bite out of the cake herself, which was so sweet. Celebrating her birthday and just seeing how happy she was being there with us completely made my day.
Thank you so much!
You don't always have to go outside to explore. You can kind of stay inside and make up your own adventure, and that's exactly what we did today. Today was another amazing day.
Having the luxury of getting to go to these amazing, beautiful places is one of the biggest advantages in the position that I'm in. And I notice that with that, a lot of the comments that I get when I post photos are, "Oh, you're so lucky, it must be nice," or "What if you can't travel like you can?" But I think maybe now I have to kind of explain how it was for me before. I started a vision board when I was younger, and I would just take photos out of magazines, or I'd hear something, I'd write it down on a napkin, and I'd put it on my board. And the funny thing is, the majority of all those different pictures and quotes and things that I've posted on my vision board have come to fruition. And I just wanted to remind you guys that I was definitely that person beforehand that had dreams to go to all of these different places. If you believe it and you see it, you too will be able to travel or go or do or experience anything it is that you want and you dream of. Because I did.
Loving yourself is the first step to a remarkable existence. If only we would pay more attention to the fact that we already possess the key to our own happiness. If only we didn't have to read into things and allow ourselves to be free from the judgment of others. Cultivate a reverence for nature in whatever form you find it. Appreciate the people around you. See God in all. This will create a soul language between you and the universe. This will create a paradise for you and everyone around you. Practice makes perfect. practicing good habits builds good habits. Love yourself and your life. After all, today is the best day of your life.
Awesome. Nice to meet you guys. Well, right now we are taking a horse-drawn carriage around Marrakesh. As you can see, this is the view right now. And the standards here in Marrakesh are actually very good for the horses.
They treat them
normally
way
I would
better.
not be up for it. But these horses are always getting checked by the veterinarians to make sure that they're not overworked. And so, therefore, that is why we are here.
Yes.
And then we went to this school while we were waiting for the food to cook. And it was this local school in the Berber colony. And basically the Berbers are a group of people that are sort of the indigenous Moroccans.
How many people live in this community?
There are, I think, about 100 people, okay? 100.
Only 100 people.
It was so cute because we pulled up and all of the kids just started running out. They just had the biggest smiles on their faces. Oh, it was so much fun. Anytime you put kids around me, I'm like so happy. And I love meeting different kids from around the world.
Say hi! Say hi! Look, I can see you all! So cute!
And then they let me plant a tree out front on their school.
Shukran! Shukran! You guys see last night's episode? Okay, it's coming today. You're the best in the family. We headed over to go to the school, Education for All. It was a girls' boarding house, and we got to meet these amazing young women who are going to school, although the communities and the areas that they grew up in don't have any schools close by. How many girls do you have going to university now?
9.
9. That's amazing.
And the house is 149.
149 in the house.
And also for the community, they give them everything because it is free.
They're all dedicated to learn more, so that's amazing. It gives these young girls an opportunity to get an education so that they can get a great job and they can support themselves and, you know, then their families and then their communities. But it doesn't force them to just have to get married at a young age. These girls have big dreams, and like I always tell them, you know, whatever you put your mind to, and if you really believe in it, you can achieve it. And they're getting that education, they're putting so much hard work and dedication into it. So what are they doing now? Let's see. So can you ask them something?
Yeah, sure.
Can you ask them what do they want to do when if they could do anything? What is their goal? What do they want to do? You could be a journalist, be a professor, medicine, pilot. Many things. You could be anything.
Chef de cuisine.
But these girls learning and getting an education is beneficial for everybody, for the world.
Yes.
So it's all good and it's worth it. But that's amazing that you have this, and so you're having to expand. Thank you for letting us come in here. Thank you. Keep going. I hope to see you all being math teachers and lawyers.
I had said out loud before we finished the season 5 of Pretty Little Liars that on my hiatus I wanted to go traveling. And I actually had a list of places that I'd always wanted to go. All 4 of the places that I've been able to go to on my hiatus have happened. That is what I love to do. Traveling the world, getting to meet amazing people, experience different cultures, taste different foods. It doesn't get better than that.
Hi, Martina.
Martina, nice to meet you.
Knowing you, nice to meet you. We are the biggest fan of Pretty Little Liars.
Thank you so much. For sure. How are you guys liking Morocco? Nice to meet you.
Thank you for such
Have a good day. I love meeting fans from around the world. It makes me so happy. So, if I ever see you around town in your country, please come up and say hi.
Thank you.
Awesome! Yay! Thanks, guys. How are you? We actually got to meet this group that she has called Project Soar. And it's all of the young girls in the community that she lives in who get together at her house on the weekend and do really fun things like do an art class or do a yoga class. Their communities are so small and there's not so many different outlets for them to be able to go to and, do a painting class or learn how to do yoga. But Miriam has given the girls this opportunity. So as long as they stay in school and continue their education, they get to come to her place on the weekend and have fun and try new things that they might not have had the opportunity to do. So Project SOAR is truly amazing.
So I first want to say hi, girls. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. Thank you for being so friendly and welcoming. And I just want to say how important it is to go to school and get an education, because with that you can do anything in the world that you want. I chose to be an actress because I like to do TV shows and movies and make people laugh and have a good time, but I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't have gone to school to get an education. It is also important for you girls and for women when you grow up to be independent and be able to take care of yourself. And from an education, I'm able to do that, so I have to rely on no one but myself. And if you study and you believe in it and you make big dreams, they can all happen for you. So I just want to say thank you so much. This is such a great program. You girls are so lucky to be here. It's beautiful, and maybe I'll come and stay here next time too and be able to hang out with you ladies.
واحد جوج ثلاثة.
Thank you to you guys for watching these videos and being such wonderful fans and being so supportive of me and this channel. Thank you guys so much. I could go on thanking everybody, but you know who you are, and thank you so much. Thank you. I love you guys.
For me, heights had always been one of my biggest fears, but then I wanted to face it head on. So what better way to do that than to throw yourself out of a plane?
Yes.
It was awesome.
Then welcome to the real top of Dubai.
I'm so excited. It was awesome. We did it.